So some of you might have seen the video yesterday with Dr. Shiva, the globe versus flat earth summit. What a joke. Well, I don't know why people bother. You cannot explain anything to the mind that's not open to understanding. The common man cannot handle the facts. They can't even handle the facts. They don't even understand, even though the CIA papers have even exposed it, that nothing's actually of mass. It's all matter, vibrating, resonating at a certain speed, the speed of light, no doubt. So nothing is actually physical in this realm. Whenever someone moves south, they expand with the toroidal field, with the field of the earth. You're expanding all the way. And here these guys are trying to explain or prove that earth is a globe or flat. What a joke. And they've got this guy Toon there, his experiment is they can determine or they can predict the time of day. Well, go right back to the source of where this prediction comes from. Where are they getting their times from? It's all computerized. And where's the information they put into the computer? Where's it all come from? Years and years and years of experiments and ancient knowledge. Okay? And they're trying to say, oh, a couple of globies came up with the idea in the last month or so. That's how they try it. They try and, that's what they like to portray. No. Anybody can, once you understand man's arc of horizon, you start to understand where they get this silly globe idea from. There's only one arc, 180 degree arc at a time. As you move, everything rolls down on your arc. Because it's rolling down your arc as you move, they want you to think, oh, it's rolling right down and underneath you. No. Your hemisphere, your arc of horizon, you move, you are gaining on something on Earth, but you're not gaining on any of the celestial bodies, besides the fact they put them billions of miles away, because that arc of horizon is your screen, your personal observation, your screen. So if you're moving, your screen moves with you, because you're all inside the toroidal field, which is the parabolic mirror projection of refraction. All the celestial bodies are refracted images from the parabolic field, lateral field, and the concave vertical field. So anybody with computer skills, and a bit of maths knowledge maybe, can determine where the sun is at what time on the flat earth easily, if they understand the two hemispheres, the separation of the tropical gap, and what time of the year, because the southern summer, the sun comes out of the Arctic south. We've just started talking about this now, but I've had it on videos for years. This is a magnetic cycle in the southern hemisphere and a magnetic cycle in the northern hemisphere that brings everything around and back again. North, south, and in the southern hemisphere, north, south. It's all about the polarity between the two and the alignment, the out of sync, the phi ratio difference, and the time of year where it comes and it does sync, it does all line up, it matches. They know nothing about this. They know nothing about the that magnetic field. They didn't even know the phi ratio in magnetism between the North and South Pole. They don't know that. They don't know. They don't understand the man's arc of horizon. They don't even know that the magnetic field doesn't cross the tropics. Yeah, it's blatantly obvious in science. Most people don't even know there's the dual compasses for each hemisphere, because north will always point to the Arctics because they're both north poles. They have no idea that the compass south end is actually just pointing to the tropical boundary of that specific hemisphere. I don't think it's going all the way up to the other end of the ball. What else? They don't know all the celestial bodies are projected images. I could go on all day. I should have made a list before I started the video. So, Toon's basic experiment is just determining the time of day. How ridiculous. So when the flat earther came on and started discussing his airplane descent coming into an airport, they poo-pooed it. And they didn't want anything to do with it. But that's typical of the globe arguments. It's just all talk. Talk everybody out of understanding reality. But yeah, I listened to a pilot discuss that topic originally, and it all made sense. But they just beat it to death on that show. So the only one experiment I could you can really prove to people, I would say, well, you can't, because you have to explain the whole picture, and people haven't got the 2 cents, the attention to sit and listen to the entire physics of the earth to understand how they all fit into place. It's like one big jigsaw puzzle. People just get bored and walk off after the second puzzle's found, puzzle piece. They can't sit around for the whole puzzle. You can't. So there's no point. You're just beating your head on a brick wall talking to these people. So why do you bother? Only talk to people who are open-minded and are seeking the truth. Okay? That's my advice of the day. I'll leave it there, right?